Tonight, a man who was walking his dogs is recovering after getting stomped by a moose. It happened in Coal Creek Canyon. It's not uncommon to see wildlife in this part of the foothills. However, your foothills reporter Alan Janae is live tonight. Alan, what is unusual is for an animal to be this aggressive.
Well, this is not uncommon for a cow moose at this time of year with a calf with her. It does happen, certainly, Michael. And remember, this man was walking dogs. Moose can view dogs as potential predators. Now, the man who was attacked is doing better. He was home tonight recovering. And this isn't so much the story of a singular attack, but in an odd sort of way, a symbol of how moose have become successful in Colorado. It was in this quiet forest land along Coal Creek where all of a sudden there was a cow moose and no chance.
I know when he was walking, it was unexpected. I understand that he wasn't even down in the green area. He was up on the walkway and they came out of the green area and the mama charged him. Moose in Colorado may appear gentle at a distance with majestic beauty, but there is a reality with these wild animals. They can be very dangerous.
Moose typically aren't aggressive unless you enter their space.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife has seen similar attacks before.
So probably startled the cow moose with her calf there, and the moose then charged and trampled him.
We have seen moose fighting and charging and chasing. They can run up to 35 miles an hour.
They're moving, and that's a lot of body weight that's moving pretty fast.
Moose are actually a Colorado success story. Once largely gone, they were reintroduced in 1978. They have done well, very well.
They're thriving. I mean, we have a lot of great habitat for them with their forests and then different kind of things for them to eat.
Wildlife experts have helped them along the way, sometimes relocating them. There are now about 3,000 in the state. In this mountain area, with a lot of wildlife around, locals are aware.
All the animals go down there. The bear like the raspberries. The mountain lions take their kill down there.
This time of year, the cows are very protective of their young, which is easy to understand.
You know what that's all about.
Yeah, I know what that's about. I have 4 kids, so don't come after my kids.
Now, moose do give signs of agitation, like licking their snout or pinning their ears back, but CPW says by that point, you're likely so close, you are potentially in imminent danger, and it's tough to get away. Michael?
So, Alan, if someone finds themselves in that situation, what are they to do?
Well, good question. You would want to try and put an object between you and the moose if you possibly can, a tree or a car or something like that. And then there's hazing, which did occur in this case. The man who was attacked had a gun with him and fired into the ground to scare the moose off. That does work. Loud noises with moose or with some other animals like bear. Air horns work as well. CPW has no problem with the fact that a shot was fired here in defense and into the ground, not toward the animal. In Golden, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.
And great tips, Alan. Thank you. And Alan knows the foothills. He lives there. And if you have a story idea for him, give him a call or shoot him an email through our website, cbscolorado.com.